All right, welcome back to physics. And the last two pieces of our work on this learning target, on this distracted driving learning target, have to do with making some predictions. So I'm going to walk you through that. And then writing a letter to the mayor of Portland based on your predictions. So that's what we're going to cover in this video. So share my screen, go over. So we are still in 2.0 texting while driving, start there in Canvas. And we are going to go to part 9 and part 10. So making some predictions. So you already have your spreadsheet already all figured out. And so what I want you to do is do 3 sets of predictions. All right. The first one is assuming that there is no distraction. So the first prediction is to find the stopping distance at various speeds for a driver who is not distracted. Input at least 5 different speeds in this page of the model. Use the results to create a graph of stopping distances in Desmos. So what that's going to look like is you're going to go back to your model and you're going to say, now, oh, there's those other tabs. So under alert, okay, we've already filled this in for you. And so velocity of the car. And so you're going to put in whatever you want to start with. Distraction time will be 0, okay, 0, because you're not distracted in this. You are an alert driver. So this number should be 0, all right? Time while reacting, put in your reaction time. That's still there. And then put in what is the starting speed of the car. And this starting speed here, here, and here, all 3 of those should be the same, okay? I'm going to put those back in green. Those should be the same, all right? So then you're going to look at this total distance the car traveled at that velocity, and you're going to put in 5 speeds, maybe more. And then you're going to go over to Desmos, make a graph, and take a screenshot of it, save it. All right. Then you're going to go to distracted driver. All right. We're going to do the same thing that we want. Go back up to the top here. All right. And I want the velocity of the car. This time put in a distraction number, how long you might be distracted based on looking at a cell phone. So this might be 2 seconds, or it might be 3, or it might be 1.5. And that will give you a distance here, like in our original simulation. Your reaction time should be the same all the way through all of these. Put that same velocity in, 0, because you are going all the way to 0, stopping. The deceleration, remember that negative acceleration comes from our Desmos model. And so you can use the -8 number there. That's a good number if you want to use the -6 if you're thinking about a different vehicle, or the 10 if -10. That's going to give you the time while braking, calculate the distance, and give you a total. Again, do 5 of these at least, changing only the speed, all right? And then the third one that I want you to do. This is called new situation, and it is going to be an impeded driver. In other words, perhaps the person has been out at a party and they're not only texting while driving, but they've had, maybe they vaped something they shouldn't have, or they drank something that was alcoholic and shouldn't have. So their reaction time is now slowed down. Okay, it's a bigger number. And so change the reaction time number to a bigger number than you had. So if yours was 0.325, maybe now it's a 1. It's 3 times slower. It's a full second. And put in the distraction time that you want. The person is reading some text messages from somebody they met at the party. Then the distance while braking is still the same. You're going to get a total. And then again, do at least 5 different velocities, okay? Leaving, once you decide on your reaction time, leave it alone. Once you decide on your distraction, leave it alone. And just change the velocities, okay? That's the only thing we want to change in these is our velocity. And then again, you're gonna create a Desmos graph. So you should end this part with 3 Desmos graphs that have been screenshot. And so you are ready to use later. All right, the next little piece of this, you are going to take, this is part 10 now. I'll go back over to there, okay. So you're going to put those 3 screenshots into this distracted driving graphs Google Slides, put this in your eBinder, okay, for later, hit submit to me. All right, now we'll go back and back and back. All right, and so now part 10 is write the letter. So in writing the letter to the mayor, this is the graded part of what you're doing. So do this very, very well. It's going to be 3 paragraphs plus a conclusion. There's an introduction, and I've said I want the letter to be 3 sentences that introduces this activity. Include information on what is distracted driving. Why do we care about it? What is your hypothesis about how distractions affect stopping distance? Okay. Your second paragraph is the methods. How did you figure out and build this model? Describe the mini labs and the other activities that we did. Paragraph 3, tell me what it all meant. And in this case, what you can do is I want you to tell me about the 3 predictions that you made. Include the graphs, put them in there, cut and paste them. All right, describe your assumptions and describe the graphs. And then last is your conclusion. Tell the reader, in this case, the mayor, your conclusion about texting and driving. All right, so in this case, I have set you up with a Google Doc. And I have said, you'll have to put in the date and in the introduction. And so these instructions are the same as you just saw in Canvas. And then you're going to sign your name, okay? And these are going to be submitted to me, okay? So these instructions are the same. This is your grade on this unit. We're not going to have a separate quiz. So do a very, very, very good job, your best writing. That should finish us up on this distracted driving unit.